Hello guys, so welcome back to our channel's Power BI Cambodia. So in the previous video, we discussed about how we create the calculations using DAX in Power BI. So after we create the calculation, we need to visualize those calculations. So to do the visualization, it is very simple. If you have a look at the right-hand side, you can see a lot of visualizations that are most commonly used by Power BI users. But it doesn't mean that you have a limited numbers of visualizations that you can expose to, because Power BI is also enable you to get more visual like this. Okay, so you can click on the more visuals and you can see the app source in Power BI that many developers have developed this visual for you. So you can just go and edit whenever you want. For example, you want a text filters. So you just go to filters and find one. Okay, very simple. And you can also search by the names. For example, text filters. So there are many filters recommended for you. Okay, so text filter here. So I can just go and edit. Okay, so it will ask me another steps whether I want to edit or not. Okay, so I just said okay. So here it is, the text filters. So text filter is a very good visualizations that I like to use as well, because when it's come to searching for certain data for certain things, text filter is very useful. Okay, so just skip this part and then we go to different types of visualizations that you can create in Power BI. Okay, so let's go to the very first one, which is called a stack bar chart. Okay, a stack bar chart. So in this chart, it's actually so use uh, a very simple visualization, which is a bar chart, but on a different dimensions. And it's also enable us to see the stack, which means that you can add the legend into it. So just go for a very basic example. Okay, so let me visualize the axis by the items. Okay, so in this case, because our case is we use the coffee shops data as example. So the items would be the menus of the coffees. Okay, so let me take the sales in 2020s into the values. Okay, so here it is. So you can see is that it's create this kind of visual for you, and it's also tell us, okay, which products that you sales the most as well. Okay, so you can also create the data labels. Okay, case, and you can change it to probably this color if you wish to. You can make the size a little bit bigger so you can easy to see it. Okay, here it is. So also you can go to, for example, y-axis, okay, and make this colors to blue as well if you wish to. Okay, probably you want to make it a little bit bigger. 12 is probably the most common one. Okay, so here it is. You can use these visualizations to really see how is the cell look like. Okay, and you can also change the titles if you wish to. Okay, this is by default, but you can also change it. For example, you want to see it in capital letters. Okay, sales 2020s by, okay, items. Okay, so here it is. You can get and also you can also make the titles to fit the same colors. Okay, and you can also make it in the middles. You can make it a little bit bigger so you can see it clearly. So here it is. Okay, but probably you are interested in further than this, which is a legends. So a legends, for example, you want to, try to see the, okay, probably it's the different size of, Okay, for example, you want to see, okay, probably by brands. Okay, you can just try it. So it doesn't show the reason because of there's only one brand, the Love of Coffee brand. Okay, so let's try another one, which is probably by promotions. Okay, so you can see the differences. Okay, you can see the differences and how it cluster the promotions. So no promotion at all. Okay, which is the big sales. Okay, probably you have specific promotion with certain, partners. Okay, probably staff promotions. Okay, so this is how it's worked. So you can just take it out and try. Probably you want to see based on the size. Okay. So here it is. So you see that, oh, okay, probably small size. Okay, doing pretty good. This and that. So it's depend on you, but it's basically which one that makes sense for you the most, you can do it. Okay. Or you can just make it simple like this. Item in x-axis and then the sales in the y-axis. So that's it. Okay. So this is uh, the very first visualization. Second one, okay, let me duplicate this. Okay. Second one, okay, you can also switch the visualization by doing something like this. So you can see it switch between axis and y-axis and x-axis. So very simple. So it's depend on what you want to see it, whether you want to see it horizontally or vertically. Okay. So very simple. So these two are for stack. Okay. But these two are not stacked. So it's a clustering. Okay. So it's giving you the comparison one to another, okay, by sitting next to each other. Okay, so if you know how to use these two, okay, all of this four, you can also use it the same way. Okay, so for bar charts visualization, I just give you these examples. So let's move to another example. Okay, so another obvious example is the pie chart. So in terms of pie chart, is you want to see amongst 100%, so how many or how much in each category accounted for each pie of the chart. So which one uh, lie on the biggest pie of the charts. Okay. So for example, you want to see, okay, the same things. Probably you want to see the sales in each store. Okay. So you just go and text the store, and then you go to see the sales in 2020s. Okay. So here it is. So very simple. And then you can see the biggest one, which is probably this one, 23%. Okay. 20. Yeah, this one is 23%, which is the biggest one. Okay. So this is how you do the pie chart. Okay. Very simple. And similarly, you can also do it with a donut charts. Okay. For example, let me copy this and just switch the visuals to donut charts. So it's look very identical. And the problem is which one you think's best fit for you, and then go for it. That's it. Okay. So if you want pie chart, go for pie chart. If you want donut chart, go for donut chart. But if you think that you may interested in only column chart, then go for column chart. Very easy. So in this way, you can see the comparison, which one is the biggest. So it shorted by the higher sales to the lower sales, just in case that you're interested in and which one is, make the most sales. Okay. So it's giving us the performance of that particular store. Okay. So that it is. So this is just the same. This is just a store code that we can imagine it. Okay, just in case that you have you franchise a bubble teas or probably a coffee shops, and then you will expand in different locations. So you want to understand the sales between each locations and how it is, then this visualization is very helpful. Okay, so let's try another visualization. So we got 6. Okay, so let me take this one to donut charts. So we already have 3 different visualizations, which is bar charts, which is donut chart, and pie chart. So what else you want? Probably, I forgot to tell you about this one. Okay, which is called a card. Very simple. It's a card. So it's a summary of certain things that you want to know. It's just a summary. So easy. Okay. So you can also do the same things. You can make it bigger, or you can also, highlight it, or maybe giving it some backgrounds colors. Okay, so you can change it here. If you want to make it red, go for red. Okay. If you want to make it blue, go for blues. If you think that probably this colors is better, go for it. Okay, here it is. You can get it. Okay, so simple. This is the force visualizations, and it is very commonly used in many companies, in many, by many users, by various users of Power BI. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let me show us 2 more. Okay, visualization, which is tree maps. Okay, so tree maps. For example, you are interested in understanding the sales again. Okay, by products or by items. So you can get the item, you can get the sales in 2020s. Okay, so here it is. So it's giving you a different box with different colors, and also you can add the um, data labels inside it, so you can see here. Okay, so these kinds of visualizations tell you that's the bigger. Okay, on the left hand side to the right hand side, you will see the bigger sales to the smaller one, which is quite similar to the very first one. Okay, it's just a different visual. Okay, so one, it's going to give you a bar, okay, that tell you the longer the bars, the bigger the sales. But this one is different. It's giving you the box. The bigger the box, the bigger the sale. So it's dependent on whether which one you want to see it. So you can just go and visualize it. Very simple, guys. Okay, so this is the 5th ones. So let me show you, okay, a few more. Okay, so this is called, okay, tree maps. Okay, tree maps. Okay, this one is pie chart and donut chart. Okay, just call it pie chart. Quite similar. This one is bar chart. Okay. So what else? So for example, you want to have a, let me take this out. Okay. What we call, okay, this one is also interested. Okay, which is field maps. But if you want to use field maps, you need the data related to the countries. But in this case, we don't have any data related to countries, so we cannot use it. Or province, for example, so we cannot use it. But I will give you in another video that I use the data related to training courses. So it's giving us a company in Southeast Asia. So it's gonna show the difference, highlight in terms of countries we operated. So I will show you in the next video for the for the field maps as well as the maps. Okay, so in this case we skip that one and then we move to another one, which is, okay, we call a multi-role cards. So what is a multi-role cards and how useful it is? So let's try it. So let me try sales again. Okay. So it's give us a summaries of sales in 2020s, but probably you interested in a difference, probably in terms of sizes. Okay. So it's giving, if you click on size, what you will see is very nice things. Okay. It's giving you the different categories based on the size of the coffees that you sales. Okay, so for example, large size you sell this amount, medium size you sell this amount, and small size you sell this amount. So what it tells us is that okay, most of the customer interested in large and medium size than the small size, which is good for the companies. But this is only a simulated data. But in the real data, it's maybe different. But for us as an analyst, we just don't, you know, we just interested in the data and visual based on the facts. So if the customer interested in medium and large, then okay, there it is. Okay, so we based on the data. So that's it. So this is how you can use what we call, okay, what we call it as a multi-role card. Okay, multi-role card. So it's actually very similar to card. It's just giving you multiples categories. Okay, instead of just a summary. Also, okay, this one is a summary, which is we know that sales in 2020 is 307,000. But when we split into different size of the cups of the coffees, here it is. So you can see and you can tell that, oh, probably we should probably focus on the same strategies, or maybe you want to introduce, or you think that it is more efficient to sales large and medium size, then you can continue that strategy. And when you see this next year, you can tell that, oh, probably we will try to push more sales on other stuff. So it's depend on you. Okay. So in this case, you're interested in the size, but if you're interested in the items, okay, then you can go to the item as well. So it's giving you just very similar lookings to other graph. But this one is gonna give you a lot of things. And you say that, oh, there are many things. Because you have a lot of items in the menu for sales. Okay. But the things that is good is it's telling you, okay, have a look at this. Okay. Hot latte, hot chocolates, and hot flavor teas. And you can see the same thing, which means that Power BI's already understand our intuitions in showing us the categories from the top sales to the lowest sales. Okay, but it's showing all. So that's how it is. So this visualization is very helpful in certain areas that it's dependent on the analyst is dependent on you what you want to see. Okay. So these are the what we can tell is the six basics or the six most common use Power BI visualizations. Okay, but there are three more that are very interesting, and I will show you in the next video, which is the top end filters, which means that you want to really understand only probably the top most sales, maybe the top 5 most sales items, or maybe the top probably worst sales items. Okay, so we can use another you know, visual. We can use the same or maybe different visuals depend on you probably, and most of the case we use table visual to visualize all the data, all the items, but then we use the special filters, which is top end, to see only the top sales or the lowest sales. And probably you want to see only the top most 5 sales or top, you know, worst 5 items. So it's depend on you. Okay. So I will show you in the next video for that visualization. And another visualization that I show you in the next video is dynamics, what we call dynamics gauge, okay, which is this one. In the gauge, you can, okay, use, between the target values, the maximum value, the minimum values, and it's very interactive based on the selections that you make. So I will show you in the next video as well for this very, very special visualizations. And also the maps that I already mentioned, I will show you as well. Okay. But if you want to know other than this visualization, please let me know in the comment box. I will also create for you. So I hope you enjoy this, guys, and thank you for watching this video till the end, and hope you enjoy it, and subscribe to get the notification when I make a new upload on my next video. Okay, have a good day.